Okay, this is going to be one of those very specific videos because I got a message that there is someone who will find this video who had a dream of someone last night as of whenever you see this video. So you could be seeing this weeks, months, or even years after it's being posted. But when you do see this video, it's a sign because you had a dream the previous night that was very confusing to you. You dreamt of someone from your past, and I'm hearing that they have some kind of message for you, which is why they're showing up in your dream. Again, very specific energy coming through here. Only take it, of course, if it resonates for you. But I'm going to channel into what message they have for you and what's going on here in this dynamic. I'm hearing it was some kind of dream visitation. And whenever I think into, wait, why can't this happen in the physical? I see a wall. So they're feeling as though there is some kind of wall that is preventing them from actually being able to access you in the physical. And I'm getting that for some of you, this wall is actually because this could be someone who is already passed on. So you could have had a dream visitation from someone who's in the spirit realm that could be an ancestor or someone that you knew at some point in your life. But I have to say that I'm seeing kind of a splitting of energy here because I'm getting that for some of you who resonate with this message, this is like an ancestor or someone who's passed on, or maybe even a guide. For others of you, this is a romantic person from your past who feels like there's a wall or a blockage to them being able to communicate with you in the physical. And I'm hearing an internal wall. So internally, they're holding themselves back from communicating with you. And I'm hearing something about coming back online. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's literal, like the two of you have connected via some kind of virtual platform online recently. But also, even if that doesn't connect, from a spiritual perspective, they felt your energy come back online for them recently. So they've been feeling you in a more strong way. It's almost like your spirit pinged them or something like that. So I want to kind of channel into both threads of energy. I don't think I usually channel into like a splintered energy thread like this, but I'm just getting two very distinct groups. Those of you who dreamt of an ancestor, a spirit guide, or someone in the spirit realm who has a message for you but can't contact you because of that. And those of you who dreamt of a romantic person from your past that you had some kind of connection with at some point in time, and they've been feeling as though you've been like pinging them on a spiritual level. They've been picking up on that in a stronger way. They feel like your energy has come back online. So I am going to channel into both of these distinct groups. I feel like this may be one of the most specific reading videos I've ever done. So of course, click away if this isn't your message, but I hope and I set the intention that this video will find those of you who are connecting with one of these two different distinct groups or very hyper-specific threads of energy. And if you would like a more specific channeling out of this video, I recommend subscribing to the channel because when you are subscribed, it tunes you into the energy of our collective in a stronger way. And I noticed that over the course of time, it allows me to channel more specifically for you and your situation more consistently in videos because of that energy transfer. So I'm going to get started by shuffling the energy oracle cards. And okay, so the first message coming through is regardless of what group you are part of, we have the World card. So in either case, regardless of whether it was someone from the spirit realm who contacted you in a dream or whether it was someone romantic from your past, the reason that this is happening has to do with your own expansion. That is a commonality in both groups. So you had this dream because you are expanding spiritually at a very rapid rate right now. And so that is why this message is now coming through to you. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started by channeling into the first group. So for those of you who are experiencing some kind of dream visitation that happened last night from an ancestor or a guide, they want to speak on this expansion that's taking place right now in your life. And with the heart chakra card, they want to remind you to stay in your heart and to stay connected with your heart, especially in a world that has become so disconnected from the collective heart chakra. You're going to find that it's both more challenging and also more beautiful and valuable than ever before to stay in your heart, because you may be noticing a lot of dissonant frequencies around you, or you may be noticing on the planet a lot of people who seem to be very disconnected from their own heart space. I'm hearing something about the collective heart chakra being very disconnected right now, but that's also part of why you're on the planet right now, because you are someone who, I'm hearing heaviness. Maybe you're feeling a lot of heaviness because you are so empathic, and because you're picking up on the fact that a lot of people are very disconnected from their heart right now, and that might be affecting you energetically and spiritually. You may be carrying around a lot of that heaviness. And so this ancestor or guide may have come in your dream to give you the message that the reason you're feeling this heaviness is because you are very heart connected in a world that is very heart disconnected right now. But that's also part of your purpose and the reason for your existence on this planet right now, because you have the power more than ever before to help others reconnect with their own heart space simply by being in yours. There's something about how simply being in your heart and existing in this world is so powerful right now and not to be underestimated. But there's also something about the rapid expansion happening in your life right now, how it may feel both terrifying and also exhilarating at times, but that you can trust the process of this expansion, even if it does feel really uncertain at certain moments. I'm hearing a message of always coming back to your own sense of inner peace, and that when you're coming from a place of peace internally, you will be guided correctly when it comes to moving forward in your life. When you're coming from the heart and you're being guided from that space of inner peace, you will be guided correctly. Now, there is another bit of a side message coming up. This won't be for everyone, but I am getting that for some of you listening, you have ancestors or spirit guides that are trying to deliver a message about a specific masculine in your life. So you may resonate more with the divine feminine energy. I may even label this as a divine feminine reading in the title of this video so that you find it more easily. But what I'm getting is that there is a masculine who has been really trying to connect with you energetically or to somehow be part of your life in a stronger way. This could be a person. It also could be an opportunity that has a very masculine charge. It doesn't have to be romantic either. This could be a friend, a family member. But I feel like there's a masculine energy around you that is very caught up in some kind of like karmic cycle or pattern. I feel this may be the same masculine that I spoke about in my most recent divine feminine reading as well. So you may check out that reading after this one if this is feeling like it connects. But what I'm getting is that they are dealing with something really heavy, and your guides have been trying to get through to you to let you know that this also seems to be affecting your energy in some kind of way. And that is why it's actually most important for you at this time to protect your own peace and to find that sense of home and fulfillment within yourself, to make yourself a priority here. Of course, only you can know how or whether you should move forward or keep connecting with this person. That's entirely up to you. But in any case, I feel your guides coming through to say, just be sure whatever you choose or whatever you do, that you're staying connected to yourself, your own inner guidance, and always prioritizing returning back to your own state of inner peace. I'm also hearing this message about how your voice holds healing in this world, and how there's something about how your voice, whether it's written or spoken or singing, holds a frequency that actually connects others with their own heart and with their own emotional experience. But what I'm hearing is you may have noticed recently that certain people are repelled by it because you connect them with their heart before they feel ready to connect to their own heart. And so someone who is rejecting you or feeling repelled away from you is doing so because you are so powerful that your presence is literally reconnecting them with their own heart. And that may be something that they are not ready for. But I'm hearing a message from this guide or ancestor to pay no mind to the ones who are not ready for you, because the right ones will be. And on a broader scale, this world is ready for you. It's ready for your voice. It needs your voice. Again, there's such power in being someone who is so heart connected in a world that has become so disconnected from its own collective heart chakra. And so if you're feeling the heaviness, know that it actually speaks to part of exactly why you are on the planet at this time. It was your soul's mission to show up here and to live from your heart. And I know that it's not always easy. That's what I feel this ancestor or guide saying to you. But know how valuable your presence is here on earth. With the yin yang card, I'm getting that Some of you may resonate with being on a twin flame journey. I may be kind of now speaking to that second group that's coming through here. So I'm going to kind of move or shift into that energy because I feel that the guides are kind of moving me there now. So for those of you who connected with this actually being a person from your past romantically who you dreamt about last night as of whenever you found this video, I'm going to be channeling more deeply into that. I'm hearing there will be a lot of crossover between the groups. I don't know who that's for, but many of you may have intuitively decided to listen to the entire video because I'm feeling that there will be a lot of crossover between groups, which is unexpected to me because they seemed like such two distinct splinters of energy, but there's actually a lot of connection between them, which I guess makes sense since they are coming up in the same reading video. I was surprised that this reading seemed to be pushing me in two different directions. That doesn't usually happen like in a mini reading. I'm usually more focused. So it's interesting and I guess makes sense that these two distinct groups are actually very interconnected in some ways. So, I'm hearing that for some of you, you may have had a dream of one of those groups. So you may have dreamt of an ancestor or a spirit guide, but the love messages may still apply for you, or vice versa. You may have dreamt of a romantic person, but the spirit guides are still trying to communicate something with you, if you know what I'm saying there. Okay, so let's go ahead and channel into what is going on with this romantic situation. So this will be for those of you who dreamt of a romantic person from your past. Because we do have the yin yang card, which is my number one twin flame card in the deck, this may be a twin flame, but it doesn't have to be. I'm hearing a union timeline is pulling on the both of you. A timeline that isn't actually happening currently or currently playing itself out, but it's happening energetically. So essentially, the two of you are sensing a potential. You're sensing a potential timeline where you are connecting and in some kind of happy, harmonious relationship or romantic bond of some kind that involves more interaction than what you're experiencing now in the physical. And I'm hearing we could have been happy. I feel like this romantic person is almost like reminiscing on what has never occurred between the two of you, which I know sounds really strange. I feel as though this connection never maximized its full potential. I saw 1221 on the recording timer, so the two of you are definitely nearing each other. What you're feeling right now seems to actually be a direct reflection of what this person is feeling and vice versa. So in a way, you're kind of feeling each other emotionally and energetically, and then that energy going back and forth is amplifying that emotional feeling within the both of you, is what I'm picking up on here. So yeah, I'm hearing we could have been happy. It's like I see someone smiling and crying at the same time, reminiscing on memories, but I feel like a lot of these memories didn't actually happen. Like they're reminiscing on the idea of what the two of you could have been. Can I get any more information on what is going on here? Okay, so if you are a divine feminine, which again, I will include that in the title because I feel I'm speaking to a lot of divine feminines here. I feel as though this masculine that you dreamt of romantically, they may have tried to connect with another feminine energy that made more logical sense to them, or like on the surface, something about that connection looked more logical, or it was what other people would have wanted for them. There's something about someone checking the right boxes in the mind, or something making logical sense, but veering them off of their highest timeline and their highest path with the Temple Path card reversed. There is this sense that while they may have felt like this connection or this person, this feminine that they may have connected with made logical sense to them, their heart wasn't in it, and connecting with this person was leading them to feel increasingly disconnected from themselves. And then the contrast of that was only making them think of you and the past with you even more strongly, because I'm getting it was the opposite with you. Like this feminine that they've been trying to connect with, I don't even feel like currently they may no longer even be trying to connect with this person, but I feel they may have tried connecting with another feminine that again made more logical sense on the surface, or was what other people or society wanted for them, but they felt themselves increasingly de-inspired, like demotivated, disconnected from their highest path. The exact opposite was true with you. I feel that Nothing about your connection was logical on either side. I see, once again, like walls coming up in my mind's eye. So it feels as though there were literal walls between the two of you, maybe the way it would be perceived by others or certain differences between you. It's like you didn't fit together at all in the physical world. And yet spiritually, when you were together or connected, you seemed to really motivate and inspire each other and help each other to align more with a higher pathway. Yeah, I keep getting this is like on both sides. This doesn't feel like, oh, it didn't make sense for one person, but it made sense for the other person. It kind of feels like there were walls and obstacles that affected both parties here. It feels like you both felt like the other wasn't really the logical choice for you in terms of, this is getting so specific. Let me know in the comments if this is reaching you, because this does feel like it's a hyper specific message. But I feel that it brought you peace, like this connection that didn't make logical sense on either side for the both of you, brought you both such a deep sense of inner peace, helped you to feel like you were connecting in with a higher version of yourselves. And again, that benefit was experienced on both sides as well. It's like it didn't make any sense, but it made you both feel more connected to your own higher self and your own highest timeline. It's almost like I'm hearing a contrast as being set up, maybe in your life, maybe in their life, a contrast between something that checks all the boxes on the surface, but feels completely off beneath the surface, and then a situation that is completely illogical on the surface, but feels completely right beneath the surface. Does that make sense? It's like, this could be with a job or your life generally or a relationship, but I feel that somehow a contrast is being set up, and I feel this could be happening for you or for them or the both of you, but there is this contrast between something that looks perfect or looks right or checks all the boxes, but leaves you feeling frazzled or feeling uneasy. There's this dissonance beneath the surface. And then there's another situation or person that's the opposite. It's reversed. So everything about it looks illogical or doesn't really make sense, but the way it affects you is like it brings out this softness and this inspiration and this peace. And it seems to, over time, connect you more with your highest timeline. Whereas the thing that looks perfect on the surface seems to leave you feeling more disconnected. I'm hearing this as a feeling exercise. So maybe you're going through something in your life that your spirit guides want you to know is an exercise in trusting your feeling over appearances, whether it is with a person, with a job, with a situation. It feels like there's something coming up in your life where you're meant to be trusting the feeling beneath of it instead of the appearance. And it's happening through such a bold, stark contrast where, again, something seems to look perfect and polished, but the energy feels off. And then the opposite, where it looks illogical, but the energy feels so right. So I want to go deeper into specifically why this person has appeared in your dreams recently. Oh, well, Angel of Love. They've been reflecting on the unconditional love energy that they felt from you, and they've been seriously missing your energy, especially if this masculine tried connecting with a feminine where everything looked right on the surface, but they felt more disconnected from their own highest path and their highest self. I just keep getting the word nostalgic. Like they're very nostalgic for your energy right now. Can I get any more information on why this masculine appeared in your dream? Attachment reversed. So they've actually been releasing some kind of heavy energy from their life recently. And I feel like this has freed them up to potentially be able to reconnect with you. And that is why they're thinking of you again. And it's almost like their heart is opening towards you again, because on a soul level, they're sensing that there is some kind of, it's almost like that union timeline I said still existed, but wasn't playing itself out between you. It's like they're sensing that a portal is opening that could actually allow them to tap into that timeline, or could allow the two of you to reconnect with it if you chose to do so. Yeah, there's this sense of you fulfilling everything that they've genuinely wanted, but them not seeing it at the time. And they're almost like beating themselves up internally for not having seen it at the time because something about it looked illogical on the surface. but I really feel that like their soul is restless with door to spirit and anxiety. This is weighing heavily on their mind. They know that they're going to have to do something about this because their spirit is pushing them towards that with the 7th chakra in the upright position. So the sense that I get is that they appeared in your dream because they have been consciously contemplating all of this really heavily, missing your energy, thinking of how you were really everything that they wanted. I'm hearing that they didn't even know that they needed. So at the time, they may have not consciously realized how much they craved your light or how much they loved being around you or connecting with you. It's almost like they may have taken it for granted because they couldn't really logically understand it or define it. But now in the absence of it, they're realizing what they're missing is what I'm getting here. And so I feel that this person's spirit is being activated into like this restless state. Yeah, and I feel that they're very slow moving as well with the patience card, but this dream was a sign that they're heavily contemplating wanting to reconnect or wanting to reach out. That's what I seem to be picking up on so strongly here. So if you are resonating with this reading video, I would love to know from you in the comments what is connecting for you, because again, this feels like one of the most specific readings I've ever done. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to hear more on here. And if you are connecting with this part of the reading about there being someone romantic from your past who has been heavily thinking of you, then I really recommend checking out a couple subliminals from my app, Sound and Soulful. So the first one I'd recommend is Manifest Their Highest Self, because I feel that you are really inspiring this person to their own healing, to their own heart opening happening here. And this subliminal is designed to create this kind of magnetism around your energy that naturally inspires the best out of everyone and everything around you, that inspires them to align more with a higher version of themselves in your presence, which I already feel is something occurring. So this would really amplify that kind of process for you. The second I would recommend is Break No Contact. This one is for if you would like to manifest contact or communication from this person. It will help to open up this field of receptivity around you that is magnetic for positive forms of contact and communication that you desire. I have heard some really amazing testimonials from this subliminal specifically. Many people have told me that when they listened to it, someone literally unblocked them to reach out to them that they've been wanting to hear from. So I definitely recommend trying it for yourself if that is something you desire. And you can try any of these subliminals that I've created completely free when you create a free trial account in my app. And again, the name of the app is Sound and Soulful, so you can find it by searching in the app stores, but I'll also leave a direct download link to it in the pinned comment and description box if you would like to learn more. So I'm going to go ahead and close the reading here. Thank you so much again for tuning in today. I am sending you all so much love and light energy. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. Join our beautiful community here on YouTube, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.